Well, I forgot my camera, so we're whipping out the iPhone for this. But guys, get a good look at this view because this is going to be the last time that we are driving this Jeep. I just got off work and I'm on my way to the notary to sign her off to somebody else. She's heading to a new home. But yes, we are replacing it, and let me tell you, it's going to be quite the upgrade. We are right around the corner from the notary. We're just getting her filled up with some gas because anytime I sell a vehicle, I always fill them up right before I sell it because there's nothing worse than spending a lot of money to buy a vehicle and then you got to go straight to the gas station and fill it up. So I always give it to them on a full tank of gas. Yeah, we're getting her filled up and then she's gone. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's video is actually not about the truck. It's actually about my other vehicle, which is, well, it's not here anymore. That's right, guys, we sold the Jeep. The Jeep is now gone out of my inventory and we are left with just the truck. Now, it was a little bit hard to get rid of the Jeep because in the summertime, it was awesome. Pop the roof off, take it on trails and stuff. It was a great vehicle to drive around in the summertime, but it was just in the wintertime, the heat didn't work that great, so I was always freezing my butt off driving it around, and it just wasn't the best thing to take on like longer trips and stuff. So I decided it's finally time to get rid of the Jeep. And yes, don't worry, guys, I am replacing it with something a little bit newer and a little bit faster. When I say a little bit newer, I actually mean a lot newer, and when I say a little bit faster, I mean a lot faster. Check it out, guys. This is my new 2018 Dodge Charger GT, and this is the all-wheel drive version because if you guys know where I live, up on top of a mountain in the wintertime, I would never be able to get up here with two-wheel drive, so I had to go for the all-wheel drive version. Now, when I was looking at cars, I wanted to get a sports car or a sporty car, and I kind of wanted to get an American car in case I would ever have to fix anything or repair anything. It's a lot easier and a lot cheaper to fix American cars, so I wanted to stick with that, which rolled out the Audis and BMWs. So I kind of narrowed it down to the Dodge Chargers to be able to get an all-wheel drive sports car. Now, when it comes to the Dodge Chargers, you can't get an all-wheel drive Charger with a V8 in it unless it's the Pursuit version, which is the cop car, so it has the center console torn out and it's got your shifter on the steering column, which I didn't really like. I like to have a fully intact interior because that's where I'm going to be spending most of my time. And the Pursuits also have like the base interior, which is not very nice, so I'd rather have the nice interior and fully intact interior in my car. So unfortunately, I had to settle for a V6, but don't worry, guys, I drove the V6 before I bought this and it is still pretty quick and it's a good reliable engine. Still a super cool looking car, as you can see, and it's still pretty quick. And I know what you guys are gonna say, a four-door sedan V6, that's not a sports car, but I'm telling you, I'm paying insurance as a sports car, and that's quite a bit more expensive than regular insurance, so it's a sports car. I've done some research on these and the V6s really don't sound that bad. They have kind of a cool sound to them. That being said, this one, it doesn't have much sound at all. It's still got the factory exhaust, so it is very quiet, but don't worry, guys, we are going to eventually fix that and get it sounding a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you around this car, show you some of the features and stuff that it has, and then we'll go for a little bit of drive later. Before we move to the inside, let's go ahead and pop the hood and show you that V6 engine. So like I said, nothing special, just a basic factory 3.6 liter V6 engine, but it's still pretty quick for what it is and definitely very fun to drive. And on the outside, there's really not that much to show. Everything is basically completely stock on the outside of this car. I don't think there's anything aftermarket done to the outside of this car. Definitely some stuff to come in the future now that it's under my ownership. As of right now, completely stock. So let's go ahead and go into the inside. So this is the GT, which means it's got the nice GT seats with the bigger bolsters to kind of help hold you in your seat and keep you planted in your seat. And as you can see, it's got the full leather interior. If we go to the back here, our back seats also have a nice contour to them. They're full leather. And for my passengers, we've got rear heated seats. If we've got heated seats in the back, that means we must have heated seats in the front, and that we do. Let's start this thing up. If we go to the controls here, you can see we've got heated seats, we've got ventilated seats, and arguably the best part, literally the selling point on this car for me, the heated steering wheel. That's gonna be amazing in the wintertime when I'm up early going to work and it is freezing outside. Warm up my hands on the steering wheel. Fully loaded interior, we got it all. The heated ventilated seats, the heated steering wheel, all that. We even have a sunroof up top here. All black interior, which is really nice. Everything is blacked out inside here. We also have the big radio, which was a must when I was looking at these. I wanted to have the big screen in it, not the tiny little baby screen. So we got the one with the big screen in it, and as you can see, we have Bluetooth. It is connected to my phone to play music and stuff. Speaking of music, with this being the GT, we also have the good Beats sound system, Beats by Dr. Dre. It comes factory in the GTs, full sound system all the way around, and in the trunk you will see we even got a big Beats sub back here, which gives a very good sound when we're listening to music. Then of course we got a big trunk with lots of room like any sedan. Nothing special back there. Another surprise feature in this that I did not know it came with until I actually went to get the car is the memory seats. So this car has memory seats in it, so when I shut the car off, my seat moves back for me to let me in and out. And then when I turn the car on, it goes right back to my settings where I wanted it. And we have two different settings here, so we can have it set up for two different drivers if we want. So I really like that. We got automatic power windows up and down, and they are already tinted, which is nice because that's something I would definitely have done. Now the windshield is not tinted and the back window is not tinted, so I think we're definitely gonna have to get on that eventually. More in the radio, we have the navigation, just like normal Uconnect stuff. We have the Uconnect apps, all this stuff. We have our seat controls, mirror dimmer, all that, our climate control. Then we have the radio. We have Sirius XM, FM, and AM radio on this thing, which I don't even use because I use Bluetooth all the time. Now on to the performance part of this vehicle. So this is the GT, so it does have some performance stuff. For example, down here we got a button that says Sport Mode. We've got a button that says Super Track Pack, which I also did not know that it came with any of that stuff until I went to get it. So if we hit this Super Track Pack button here, we have the performance control screen that comes up, and we got launch control. So yes, we do have launch control in this car, which we will test out eventually. We have your drive mode settings, so we have your auto mode setup, which you can go in here and set up exactly what you want for each thing. So you can change your steering from comfort to normal to sport, your traction normal to sport, which sport is just traction control off. You can change your paddle shifters on and off, and your engine and transmission from normal to sport. And then of course we got sport mode, which is all in sport mode there. So when we hit sport down here, it just automatically changes everything into sport mode. As you can see, it turns traction control off. If we pop this guy into drive and into manual, we can use our paddle shifters. And I'm actually very surprised the paddle shifters are surprisingly responsive. I did not think they would be that responsive in a car like this, but they're actually very responsive and very fun to drive with. Now we have this thing called performance pages here. I haven't even gone through everything on this radio yet, so there's definitely probably more than what I'm showing you. We got engine information here. We've got dyno information here. We got our G-forces. We've got our gauges. We have timers. So we have 0 to 60, 0 to 100. 1/8 mile, quarter mile, 1/8 mile per hour, quarter mile per hour, brake distance, brake from miles per hour, all that cool stuff. And then we just have the home page here, which you can customize which things you want on there. And even better, we can see all that stuff on our instrument cluster up here. If we scroll through here to the performance page, right here we have our lap history screen. We have top speed screen. That was not me. 0 to 60 timer, 0 to 100 timer, 1/8 mile timer, quarter mile timer, braking distance, G-forces, peak G-forces, lap timer, and then back to lap history. So super cool. There's lots of things you can do with this. All the performance stuff is on here, so you're able to do all the cool performance stuff. Even though it's a V6, it does have pretty good performance, especially when you're coming from a 1999 Jeep Wrangler. Alright guys, that was a quick speed tour of the 2018 Dodge Charger. That is going to be my new, well, I don't want to say daily driver because I also daily drive that, so I kind of will switch between the two. But definitely wintertime driver and long distance driver basically. And when I go to shows, this is going to be my runner while that is sitting in the show. Yeah, so that was a quick little speed overview of my new sports car. I'm not sure what all I want to do to this, but probably definitely some cool things to come. That being said, we are going to throw on the POV hat and go do some driving and get you guys some POV shots driving this car. All right guys, I got the POV hat on, jumping in here to the 2018 Dodge Charger GT. We're gonna go on a little ride. Start her up. Seat automatically moves forward. Now, the car is very quiet, so you can't really hear the car and hear where the RPMs are, which is another reason that I do want to fix that soon and get an exhaust put on it so that I can actually hear the car and hear the RPMs when I'm driving it manually. For this part, we're actually going to just keep it in regular mode, not sport mode, and just show you that it drives very nice. I drove it 3.5 hours home from where I picked it up, and it drove nice and smooth on the highway. No problems at all. Drives straight, and it's a nice smooth ride. All right guys, we are gonna pull out of here and do a little acceleration for you. This is just in regular drive mode, not sport mode. Foot to the floor. Not too bad. Now, like I said, that's not sport mode, that's just regular drive mode. In sport mode, it's going to shift at a little bit higher RPM, help you to get a little bit more speed, a little bit more acceleration that way. But that's not too bad for just your regular drive mode and stuff. I'm going from a 99 Jeep Wrangler, so basically anything feels fast. Hey, another Charger. What up, bro? Dodging all the horse crap on the road. Nothing says welcome to PA like a bunch of Amish and horse and buggies. There goes one. We're following one. There's like 2 or 3 more up ahead of me there, so we're gonna go ahead and turn off onto this road. I was gonna go down there further, but not anymore. We're also going to pop her over into manual mode and into sport mode because nobody's here to see the regular driving mode. Everybody wants to see sport mode. Lots of Amish out today, which also means lots of horse crap on the road that we got to dodge. Pretty fast in manual mode, as you can see. Some little accelerations there. Another cool thing about this, when you're in manual mode, if you want to pass somebody, or let's say you're on the highway and you want to pass somebody, pop it into manual mode. If we just hold the left paddle, it will automatically downshift us to the lowest gear possible for like the speed that we're going without going too high of RPMs, to get our RPMs up so that we can get the fastest acceleration possible to get past somebody. So instead of hitting the left paddle a bunch of times to go down a few gears to pass somebody, let's say here I'm in 7th gear and I just hold this paddle, automatically takes me down to 3rd gear, which is as low as it'll let me go at that speed, and raise my RPMs up so I can just get past as fast as possible. Little things like that are really cool. It handles these windy back roads very well. Downshift around the corners. I can accelerate through the corners. Feels nice and stable. Makes for a great, smooth, and fun drive. Alright guys, we are going to try to pull out here and test out launch control. We've got a nice straight flat area here. We just gotta try to get a time when no cars are coming. So we're in here in the drive modes. We're gonna go ahead and hit launch control, activate launch control. See, it's activated. Ready? Brake, gas. We got a lot of tire spin there. So that was not a very good launch because I forgot to put it in sport mode, and also I think our RPMs were turned up too high because we actually got a lot of wheel spin and stuff, so I think we need to turn our RPMs down a little bit to try to keep our wheels from spinning and try to keep traction. Let's try this again. Let's turn our RPMs down here to like 1800, see if that helps. Activate launch control. Definitely a way better launch that time. No wheel spin. Now I want to try this with this back up again and see if it's gonna work this time now that I'm in sport mode. That was launch control uphill, 0 to 60. I'm not sure if it caught our 0 to 60 time. Our 0 to 60 time that time was 8.1 seconds. Our best 0 to 60 in this car is 6.5 seconds. So not too bad for a V6 2018 Dodge Charger. 6.5 seconds 0 to 60, that's not too bad. Better than any other vehicle that I've had, so I will take it. But that is the Dodge Charger, guys. This is my new car. All right, guys, well, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is my new car, so stay tuned for some cool car content and truck content. We're not getting rid of the truck. We are keeping the truck, and we're gonna keep making videos with the truck, with the car, and try to grow this channel a little bit more. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more. But with that being said, that is the end of this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.